Praise be to Allah, the beneficent King, the Creator of the universe, Lord of the three worlds, who set up the sky without pillars to hold it aloft, who stretched out the earth like a bed, and who filled the ocean like a bath. Lend me the art and the craft of she who outwitted a great king, of she who for 1,001 nights captivated the Shah, while she threaded her plots around him, the woman whose stories held conquered the all-powerful man, and prevented him from carrying out his terrible intent. I speak of her, Scheherazade, the greatest storyteller the world has ever known. She lived in a time of sorrow, for the ruler of the land held in his heart an awful grudge against all women. This grudge had terrible consequences for every family in the land, but it was not always so. He began his reign with a kinder heart. His name was Shah. He was in the fullness of his youth and power, but as yet without a wife. One evening he stood with his younger brother, Prince Ghazi, on the balcony of the palace, which overlooked the pleasure gardens. They watched a young serving girl as she stepped out to the fountain to fetch water. Shah whispered, "See, brother, is she not as lovely as the moon and as graceful as a gazelle?" But Ghazi replied, "Do not let your eyes deceive you. Although you are older than me and more powerful, yet I am more experienced in the ways of women, for I already have a wife. I tell you, no woman on earth has a pure and faithful heart. Each day I watch my queen. I see her give a visiting prince such a look that makes my blood turn angry. But it does not stop there. She gives the chief chamberlain a cheeky smile that is quite inappropriate. Why, the day before I left my palace to pay honor to you, I saw her whispering to the cook. She brings nothing but shame upon me." Shah laughed. "My younger brother, you have been looking pale and ill of late. Now I know the cause. Jealousy is eating you up because you have such a lovely wife." At this, Ghazi became quite offended, but he replied in no more than a mutter, "My brother, you will learn for yourself in due time." Shah was ready to marry. It seemed that wherever he looked, he saw a beautiful woman, but none so lovely as the one the two brothers encountered the very next day. They got up at dawn to go hunting. Just as the sun was spreading its gentle rays, they rode their horses side by side along the seashore. Walking towards them, along the deserted beach, they saw a girl whose loveliness brought to mind the words, "She rose like the morn, as she shone through the night. When she unveiled her face, the sun grew bright." As the brothers drew near to her, she gave them the sort of smile that gladdens a man's heart, and Shah said to his brother, "I would not be ashamed to take her for my queen." But no sooner had he spoken than a huge wave came curling into the shore, and standing on top of the wave was a great genie. His skin was orange and his eyes blazing red. As the wave broke into white foam, the genie leapt onto the beach and seized the girl up in his hands. He turned his awful eyes on the brothers, and they were so full of fire that they feared his gaze might burn them up. Then he spoke. His voice was terrible, but his words showed that he intended them no harm. "Hear me now, and learn from my troubles. When I took this girl for my